Welcome once again to the Sage. Thank you, always thank you for being with us. I hope you saw our previous episode in which we had this amazing young entrepreneur on set with us. And we started a discussion on her enterprise, a very important area of enterprise, agro-processing and production. It was so exciting. We promised we'd continue this week, and Adeola Samuel is still with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for gracing us once again. And in between, as we prepared for this second edition of your discussion, I got to learn the meaning of your name, Adeola. You tell us what.
Okay, so Adeola is a Yoruba name and it means crown of wealth. Crown of wealth. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So even as you were born, your parents knew you were going to go into this business even before you knew yourself.
I'm telling you.
And also, I noticed and pointed out to her that TDO foods. A TDO is actually Latin name for God.
Amazing. It's beautiful to know because God has been the factor in this business. God factor is our senior partner in this business.
Yes, the major partner is many. It reminds me of homes where many of them will say God is the head of this household. Yes, the major partner. Yes. And for those of us who believe, nothing you really commit to Him, and indeed allow Him to lead, ever fails.
Sure.
And so hang on to that because it is the truth. It's a fundamental truth.
Thank you, Mommy. So
last time we talked about how you begin, what led you to becoming the CEO of TDO Foods. This time we want to know more about TDO Foods. What are the things you produce? What are the range of products? And share with us what goes into the production. Is it just that you stay and click your hand and the things come to be? So tell us that story. How did you grow? How did your products grow? What are the ups and downs of producing them? Because there have to be ups and there have to be downs, and so on.
Okay, thank you so very much for the opportunity. TDO Foods is an innovative agro-processing company. We're into flour and ready-to-eat snacks. And our aim is to foster healthy eating habits.
I love that. Ready-to-eat snacks, but aimed at fostering
healthy
eating habits. Great.
Yes, sir. So we are NAFDAC certified. We have 3 products that are already certified by NAFDAC. Is this TDO Kulikuli? Is the king of our products, so I'm always just naturally bring it out first. And we have TDO Kulikuli, beans flour, we have coated peanuts.
Can we see them? Did you bring samples for us?
We have ripe plantain flour, and we have puff mix. This is healthy meat. It's good for the heart, and it lowers cholesterol.
Is this the one your husband was enjoying?
This is the plantain that I told you that we started processing by ourselves. Yes. So yes, and then we also do small chops at events. So when you have your next event, you can call us to come and make.
Where will I get money for an event?
Mommy, money is coming. Joy is coming. Okay, so these are the products that we make, and of course we have a mini factory where we process our products from, and our products are also registered with FDA in the US. Yes, because
wow, that's a great achievement.
Thank you, ma'am. Because we don't just want to operate in the local market alone. We desire to go global. So we know that there is need for us to register with Nigeria Export Promotion Council, which we are registered with, and then we are aiming at having our products listed on Amazon and many of it. So though we
Let me stop you there for the sake of my viewers and other young entrepreneurs out there. Adeola has just given us pearls of wisdom, so that when you produce here, see the aim for the things she's already achieved. Export. Don't just, I mean, we have a huge market in Nigeria, true, but you can also export. If your market becomes global, you have a chance for a much wider market. So export, get an export license, also get approvals that are required for the countries where you want to export to. And it's beautiful. Congratulations to know you have FDA, which is the American food, the equivalent of NAFDAC, that approves food, FDA approval. And there was one more that you said you had, Amazon. You're aiming to be listed on Amazon, so that in fact the distribution becomes a great deal easier across the world. So I always say that young entrepreneurs who are innovative and hardworking, these are the things you target. Don't start thinking about just being able to give the supermarkets in Abuja your goods, but make your products globally available. Please go on.
Yes, so that is what we're aiming. So even though we're not there yet, we keep striving and hoping that one day we'll be able to achieve all of that when we have our products in nations of the world. And the beauty part of it is that when you're eating it, or when you're turning the oral plantain flour, you know that these are healthy. You're not just eating for eating sake, they're adding nutrients to your body. And then we are glad that we are providing solutions to problems, and also we are also making money and helping others too, because of course we have staff that we are not working alone. We also have staff that we're working with, and we ensure that they have good, like you're working with young women and youth and young women, and you see that, oh, by the reason of them working with you, they're able to also support their families. That is a beautiful one. And so though we are 5 staff today, we hope that we'll grow one day and we're seeing hundreds and 200s of staff of TDO Foods.
Amen to that. But let me congratulate you for having 5 staff, because it's part of our ambition in C4C, or our hope, as we empower and help one entrepreneur. The entrepreneur becomes employer of labor, which is why we say SMEs are the employers. They produce jobs. Yeah. So as you grow, you will provide more jobs for others out there. So well done.
Thank you.
By the time we talk to you next year, we want to see that you're employing 15 or 20. Yeah. Please go on.
Okay, so we're not just making, like I said, we have 5 products, and then the 5 products, the strategy, okay, marketing, the sales strategy. We do business to business and business to customers. Business to business go faster, in the sense that if I'm able to access 10 people, my network is 10 people, and then those 10 people, I encourage them also to sell this product. They can also access 10 people. So I'm not greedy. I'm making room for them to also be able to make profit. So those 10 people, they're also making profit, and they're also reaching their own network.
So you sell it to them, giving them room to sell at a slightly higher.
Yes. Like I don't sell one. Just to few people, but the target is having distributors in states, because of course we're just starting to. And we don't have money to do billboards. What can we do to be able to make our products accessible? Is making juicy offer that will make people want to say, oh, I want to sell this product. If I can collect this product for 200,000 and I sell it for 250, 50,000 is my own. So we call them partners. We have partners that are distributors. So they are selling our brands. But not even some people, they will say, oh, I don't want to sell TDO brands. Can you process for me? You can package it, or just pack it for me in a big bag in bulk. I'll go and brand it myself. We have 2 people in the US and 1 in the UK that we are producing kulikuli for, but they use their own brand. There was a time I even told her that, oh, when you get there, putting sticker, it will not stay neat. Send your design, I'll print it out. And the woman like, you can do that for me. I said, oh yes, mama, it's win-win.
Really?
I'll make my profits. If you choose not to use TDO, I will still help you print your sticker and place it on it. So we have
What is
two
important
brands.
for you is that your products are moving.
Yes.
And you're making your profits on
Yes.
them. Yeah.
So if I have declined, I will have missed some opportunities. So it's a win-win. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a win-win. And
then,
it's good for our country. Good food that is being made available to as many people as possible. Yeah.
And we didn't know the possibility of us making profit like this until we decided to add value to crop and reduce wastages. You will not see until you start thinking of solution to provide. You don't know the blessing that is in that thing. So we thank God that we have identified this. This is the king of our product, and the other product, the beans flour. Of course, we're telling you to ditch the mortar, embrace easy way of making your akara and moimoi, and instead of spending so much time washing beans and all of that, you carry your beans flour, put the quantity you want, and then akara is ready in 15 minutes. So that's it.
You see, the beauty of these products again is it's agro, but it's also very nourishing, because for those who don't know, kuli is from peanuts, from groundnuts.
Yes.
So, and we know the beauty of groundnuts, the nutritive value of groundnuts, so that you can eat it as a snack. It's very filling and it's very nourishing. The beans flour, of course, beans is a top tidy. You don't have the beans. Perhaps you give us a picture and we can display that on the screen for our viewers. And then the plantain flour is also so great for people who want to limit the carbohydrate intake, particularly those who have problems with digesting sugar and so on. So they're great. So making highly nutritive, healthy products more available to the population is a great service, as well as a great enterprise that allows you to feed yourself and your family.
Yeah.
So well done. But how easy is it to produce?
Oh, mommy, there was a time that when I started this kulikuli, let me tell you, I'll buy 5 mudu, 10 mudu. Then after picking it, I'll take it out to engine to grind it. Then I'll take it to another location to go and extract the oil. Oh, it was one journey, like in bucket on the bike, running from one place to grind, another place to extract oil before we now bring it home and then fry. That was the process then. But now, I'm saying 5 mudu, 10 mudu, but now we produce in bags. And we can do 1 bag in a day. And then we have a grinding machine, we have oil extracting machine, and then we fry in our own small factory that we have. So it's a beautiful thing but sometimes I just remember how I'll carry 1 bike to take from grinding to the engine that will extract the oil. And when I get there, because I don't like the way it is, I'll take water and be cleaning myself. They'll be laughing at me, but everybody with their own process. Even at that time, I wasn't okay with it until when we were able to get our own milling machine and also oil extracting machine for the kulikuli. Yes.
Oil extracting machine. So you extract oil. Is that oil also useful?
Yes, it is very useful. So that is the oil that we now use to fry our peanuts, coated peanuts. We don't buy oil outside. Like I said in the first episode, that the last time we bought groundnut oil was 16,000 naira for 25 liters, because we use our oil, and the oil is also very, very healthy. We have some people living with autism. The parents, they will book ahead for the kulikuli oil. That, please, the doctor recommend for them. I never even knew. So
the doctor recommended the peanut oil, the groundnut oil.
Yes.
Really?
So they prefer to use than the regular oil in the market. So I never even knew until like 2 or 3 parents of autistic children contacted me that they want to be buying the kulikuli oil. But one thing that I noticed for my business is if I use other oil for coated peanut, it foams easily. But I discovered that when I use this kulikuli oil, it doesn't. It lasts more. So that is the only thing I noticed, but it's a very good one. And the fact that we don't have to buy oil in doing this.
Yeah, it's because vegetable oil come from all sources. And some are healthier than others. Like we know olive oil is healthy and so on. And I guess probably groundnut oil is also healthy because groundnuts, the nuts themselves are healthy nuts to eat. Yes. So that's interesting. So there are added benefits.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me also tell our viewers that actually one thing we haven't revealed is that recently, a few weeks ago, we discussed the fact that C4C set up in place a core team of trainers, facilitators, experts who now train our new intakes, our entrepreneurs, and that indeed Adeola is one of them. We couldn't choose better. You've gone through the training, you're a successful entrepreneur yourself using the skills and the knowledge we gave, and therefore you're beautifully positioned, and you've demonstrated it to us many times that you're well positioned to teach them because you're teaching from experience.
Sure.
The principles like how to fix price properly and so on and so forth. I remember listening to you facilitate and teach and was amazed at the way you were able to address it because you are used to doing it, and there's nothing like experience to make a best teacher.
True.
So Adeola is one of our facilitators. She was part of that team, and we thank you because it's a service we know you will continue to provide.
You're bringing the best out of us, so it's an honor to.
Thank you. So, and I remember to tell the story because I remember as you facilitated in the recent workshop we had with the set for this year, you were saying, I need to go and do production in Gwari.
Okay.
What does that entail?
Buhari.
It's called Buhari.
Our production center, its factory is in Buhari.
Okay.
And of course, I stay in Lokogoma, so that is where we go for the production. That is where we have the space that we're currently using.
Okay, so that's it. It's an interesting thing to bring up because sometimes when we talk like this glibly, people think it's easy. But I remember the pressure you were under, you know, because you needed to go. And that Buhari, forgive my ignorance, but, you know, it involved living.
It's a journey. I will have to leave my family at home, and then I might be there for like 3 days. Producing before I can come back to my family.
I wanted this to come out because she's happy, she's celebrating her success, but what also needs to come out is that being resilient and being productive and being hardworking involves sacrifices.
Sure.
You've talked about 3 relatively young children, but if you're going to be able to produce your goods at some reasonable profits, you're going to take time off with the support of your family, leave them and go to Buhari and actually do your production, produce enough to come and sell. And therefore, I wanted to make this obvious to our budding entrepreneurs out there. To be a successful entrepreneur is not all plain sailing and easy. Hard work is a necessary part of it.
Right.
Sacrifices sometimes have to be made. And this is a beautiful example of that. Well done.
Thank you, Dema.
We've listened. You now have several products, many well-selling ones and so on. What are your plans for the future?
So many, and I would like to share this very one. Like I've already seen the beauty and the business is very viable, and I would like to grow it more. Just like someone asked me, Adeola, I've known you to always love to relocate. Would you still like to relocate? I said, oh, are you talking about the last time we talked like three years ago? You don't know me again. This is a new me. So
this is the CEO of TDO Food.
This is a new me. So if I see the money you're talking about, it was saying that if you see 30 million, 50 million, and will you still relocate abroad? I said no. Have changed my mindset. Nigeria, there is great wealth in our nation, Nigeria. And Adeola, when I see 50 million naira, I will invest it here in Nigeria. Just like I mentioned to you off the camera, I said that 6 million naira, if I had had 6 million naira as at October last year, I would have been able to buy 300 bags of groundnut. But as at today, that same 6 million that will have bought me 300 bags I'll be using it to buy it will be 9 million that will be, as of today.
The cost is now 9 million.
The same cost of 6 million naira last year October is 9 million naira now. So the value chain, whether you want to food storage or processing, there is profit in each line. And me now choosing to do processing, which means I can store my products and I can still get more profits. And inflation will not be affecting me anyhow. Like today, when we get to the market, to get price of market. Before I used to cry when I go to the market and from 200 is now 250, 300, I'll be crying. But I don't cry again because we've been able to set our price right.
Okay.
Yes. So we don't go about changing our price every time. Our profit margin is able to absorb whatever the market brings. So now, I would rather want to scale, like having 30 million, 50 million, I will invest it in this business. I already know the importance of storage, food storage. So my products, my groundnuts, my beans, ginger, when I buy it in bulk, I have it. And then keep processing. Nigeria is a huge market that you'll be able to have your own target audience. How many people am I serving? It's just few people. Many people don't even know TDO. And yet I'm happy that I'm doing business. Now imagine when I'm able to put in money into marketing, social media, there's power in it. When you go
Absolutely.
digital, and then the quality is there. So Nigeria like this, we will make it. We're just going to expand to other nations of the world. So
yeah, we will support you and pray for you in that. Because one of the features we expect of our young entrepreneurs in C4C is the ability to be innovative, to use technology to grow their business. You don't just wait for a shop where you're selling things. You're able to manipulate the technology available, the social media channels, Instagram, name them, and so on and so forth, to market your business. And like, you know, also, now that you've been industrious enough to get the export license, to get FDA approval and so on, to be ready to ship it out and indeed reach a global market for your goods. So well done. We wish you luck, the very best in the short and medium term as you expand. Remember, the watchword is expansion.
Yes.
Don't stay in one place
Not
feeling
at all.
comfortable
No way.
with what you have.
No way.
But it is expansion so that your business grows and you provide more. How many more employment are you going to give? You promised me some 20 more, perhaps in a couple of years.
In the next 1.5 years.
Yes.
We should be like 20 or more.
Amen to that.
Amen.
So thank you so much. As we wind up, can I ask you to say a few last words to our audience? What would you know, in terms of your journey? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm encouraging the young ones out there, or maybe you're older than me and you're still trying to find out what is it that I'm made for. You are made for more, and there's more you can do, but you have to stop running and getting scared. You have to step down your foot into the water. And when you make up your mind that you want to do something, stay at it. It will not always be rosy, but there is light at the end of that tunnel. Start that business. And some people are getting rich, good money, staying on 9-to-5 job. But if you are not getting good money, some people sent you to school, and you have responsibility to also help your parents and also support the community. So be an entrepreneur, start a business, grow it, and first of all, look for people like C4C. Let them mentor you. You need mentorship. You need to be on the right track for you to be able to even see your money. Some people are working, they are not seeing the money. May we not be Ishe Lario. Mommy, do you know what that means? May we not be, it is only work that we can see.
I like that. Amen to that. May we not be walk
without nothing to show for it. May it not be our own.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. Those are beautiful last words.
Thank you.
And let us echo. You see, we echo that because what we have learned, very valuable lesson in terms of C4C, is that there are, despite the circumstances today in our country, there are still many opportunities for people to be successful entrepreneurs. But what we've also come to know is that to best position them to be successful and remain successful, they need to be empowered, tutored, trained. That is the reason we run the program. We've repeatedly on this program asked for partnership. We do what we can because we're a non-profit with limited finances, but so much more can be done if there are good, willing, good-hearted citizens out there who are willing to contribute and indeed join in supporting young entrepreneurs to become successful. We have also offered to share experience. If it is because you want to do it, replicate the program in your own particular preferred geographical area, C4C is willing to provide the support, the experience, the support for you to be able to do it. And we thank Adeola in advance because people like this amazing young lady with us here on set have been trained indeed to facilitate that kind of support and that kind of training. Thank you for having been with us. Adeola, thank you for having been on set.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you next week as we continue to share the stories of the amazing success of our young entrepreneurs. Thank you and see you next time.